Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are continuing our very special coverage of the wild card round of the 2013 NFL playoffs, and this is very special coverage because we're going to find out what Jeff Cadillac thinks about all four games. Probably we're going to do this throughout the playoffs, and Jeff Cadillac, despite what people may say about him based on, what he said in our videos this past regular season, he did phenomenally well last year in the playoffs and nailed game after game. People really took notice back then. Jeff Cadillac, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Peter.
All right, and look at that. If you want to be a winner, you got to look like a winner. And I'll tell you, you look like a winner. If I put on a tux, I look like either like an asshole or a nerd. You look like a winner.
Never, Peter. I bow down to you.
No. Maybe the reason that you do so well in the playoffs and the big games is because those are the games where you do dress up, where you do start to look like a winner, and that somehow, rubs off on your handicapping.
Well, maybe I should start wearing the tux throughout the whole season.
Yeah, absolutely. Every day, just wake up, put on a tux, and then do your handicapping. Don't do your handicapping in, your underwear anymore. Do your capping in a tux. Maybe?
Okay, Peter.
All right.
I'll take it into consideration.
Okay. All right. San Diego at Cincinnati is the next game we're to discuss. Cincinnati 6.5 or a 7-point home favorite. Totals 46.5 or 47. My first thought on this game was maybe a shot with the over. Cincinnati, of course, 8-0 against the spread during the regular season at home, and they covered most of those games by a mile as well. Chargers, though, they won their last 4 games to squeeze into the playoffs, and, maybe they're going to be a more scrappy opponent than people think. And if Andy Dalton, comes in, maybe he feels the pressure of the playoffs and has sort of like an off game unexpectedly, this one could go down to the wire. This one, guaranteed you like Cincinnati.
Yes, I do. I do like Cincinnati in this game, and, of course, I'll tell you the reasons why.
Let's hear it.
Number one, Cincinnati has been playing lights out at home this year. They are the number 1 team at home in the NFL. 8-0 against the spread, 8-0 straight up. And it's not, like you said, a few points here and there. They basically blew out the competition at home. On the road, another story. They lost 2 games back-to-back in overtime against Miami and then against Cincinnati. But, hey, those games are long ago already. And now this is something they've been waiting for. Andy Dalton, the last 2 years in the NFL's first 2 years, first round, he had each game was on the road against Houston. Bam, one and done both years. This year means something to them because this is what they've been playing for all season. They are looking for this big win at home. Cincinnati hasn't won a game since 1991, a playoff game. So you know that if Marvin Lewis really wants to do something with this team, they have to go deeper into the playoffs. This is the team, this is the game that they have to win, and they have to move on. San Diego is from week to week, they're very hard to figure. This is who they lost to during the season. It's an up and down kind of thing. They lost to Houston, they lost to Tennessee, Oakland, Washington, Miami, Denver, and of course, Cincinnati in week 13 at home. So, that kind of scares me right there because Cincinnati, not being such a great road team as they were this season, they went on the road and beat San Diego in San Diego. Now they're coming back to a place where they're just lights out this season. I'm thinking this could be blowout all over it, once again, because Cincinnati, obviously they're not going to show everything San Diego saw a few weeks ago. They're going to change a few things. They're going to, the defense isn't going to line up exactly the same. I mean, this defense also, you're talking about the 3rd-rated defense in the NFL. They got the 5th-rated pass defense and the 5th-rated rush defense, and that's with certain key injuries that they had throughout the year. But one thing that I find is what Cincinnati, the key to this game is they have to put pressure on Phillip Rivers. Mm-hmm. When you put pressure on Phillip Rivers and he throws off that back foot, it's interception written all over it. And he has been known to do that in critical games. San Diego's lost a few playoff games. They lost 17-14, I think it was a couple of years ago, to the Jets. San Diego, playoff time, not so great themselves.
All right, well, that's probably going to be a big public play, but this might be one of those big public plays that wins. This happened a lot in the NFL this year. This could easily happen again, and the books might take a bath here if Cincinnati covers. Right now, 6.5 is a widely available number. So Jeff Cadillac liking Cincinnati, -6.5. Thanks, Jeff.